The left are loving to silence us.
Not in my name.
What isn't in your name?
What isn't my name? This increasing move towards discrimination, racism, misogyny. You know, we're the other 98% whatever.
The 98% of what?
We're the other 98%.
Well, 53% of women voted for Donald Trump.
I know, it's very sad.
So 98% of who?
Go and interview someone else. Tired, cold.
That's a shame. Tired, cold. That's what we're up against today, I guess. Yeah. Can we ask why you're here today?
Nah.
Why do you hate Trump?
I hate Trump because he's really so. What is he? He's just a dickhead with an orange face.
Why is he a dickhead?
Because he wants to shag his daughter.
When did he say that?
He said he would shag his daughter if it wasn't his daughter.
No, he said that he was actually making a flattering comment about her, saying maybe if I was her age, I would do something like that. But he didn't actually say he would shag his daughter. So why do you have such a hatred for men who compliment women's looks?
Because I just...
Do you think people shouldn't compliment women and say that they find them attractive?
Yes, but when Russians apparently have footage of him also with women from pageants in hotel rooms, it's a bit...
Well, that was a fake rumour made up by fake news. Where did you hear that?
It's funny, he said he can't stop, he just kisses them and he can't stop kissing them. That's what he said.
I mean, he didn't say that he would forcibly carry on kissing a woman. He just said, I couldn't stop, as in I really wanted to. So wanting to do something and putting it in practice are different.
But we...
So now you know how it feels. Now you know how it feels.
Cry about it. I figure out life.
Well, you're mad about violence
because
right
white
now.
people in this country have the power. Whether you want it or not, go to take a basic sociology class, take a basic sociology class, educate yourself
There's
about your
statistics.
privilege and about how race is the dominant case. It's not a twisted thinking. Educate yourself before you go.
I have one simple question.
But educate
And I
yourself.
will, and as you, and it doesn't matter because you're trying to tell me it's this way, and I'm not trying to tell you it's a certain way. But you're trying to tell me that I'm not educated. I'm very educated. I've dealt with a lot. I've been in the States.
You're in denial of your privilege. Yes,
No,
you are.
I'm not
What
gonna
privilege?
sit here and argue with you.
White privilege.
White privilege.
You know, last time I checked, I got pulled over just like everybody else. Cop tells me to get out of the car, I got to get out like everybody else.
You don't have to fear getting shot and killed, did
You got to fear getting shot anytime.
African Americans and Latinos are disproportionately affected more than whites in terms of police brutality and in terms of our court system. So do not tell me that you do not have white privilege.
No, what I do want to ask you is, you walk around with signs that say "fuck Trump, fuck racism," while there's children.
What's wrong with fuck racism?
Well, there's
Absolutely
children here.
fuck
You think it's
racism.
cool to
You
scream
know why?
"fuck
Because
Trump"?
black and brown children, our children, have to be scared because of their skin
So they
color.
got to hear. Wait. So they got to hear your foul language?
What?
They got to hear you guys saying "fuck racism"?
And we gotta hear Donald Trump say
No,
grab pussy.
wait.
Oh,
Forget about Donald Trump. No, it's not a double thing. It's not a double thing. So you're saying you can do something wrong because he did something wrong?
That's you.
I'm listening to you.
No, you're
but
not.
it doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't because you have a, you're like this.
we have
That's
different
what.
types of people.
I'm sorry, but by your line of reasoning. Oh yeah, they're gonna avoid it now.
It's a reality that
Excuse
you
me, I'm
don't
gonna
want
avoid
to,
what?
The question.
to
What
acknowledge.
question?
It's okay for you to run around screaming "fuck this" and "fuck that," "fuck racism," "fuck Donald Trump" with his kids around while there's children around. Respectable of what? Other people's children?
People, you know what? Our brown and black children are being disrespected in right
All
now.
kids are being disrespected with you running around screaming "fuck this, fuck that."
I'm gonna
That's not
talk
the
about
point. I don't
racism,
think you
and I'm not
understand the
gonna be
idea.
polite about
You don't
it.
understand the
Because you
idea.
know what?
So
I'm
if we're
pissed.
So it's okay for you to do that while there's kids around. I'm asking you. I'm asking you if that's okay for you to run around yelling "fuck this, fuck that" while there's children around.
Communicate about figuring
That's deplorable. Yeah, of course you don't need to answer me because you know you're wrong. Yeah, it is.
You know what it is?
You have to turn your energy into vote.
I mean, we're not talking about adults. We're talking about kids now. You're walking around yelling "fuck this, fuck that" in front of children, and that's okay.
That's a fact.
How I need to talk.
Well, what are you going to do?
I'm just asking you if it's okay for you to do that in front of children.
Vote against it.
And I have the right to stand here. And I have the right to stand here and film. That's America.
right?
I have to deal with
Yeah,
it, so
that's
walk
why.
away.
This is how Hillary supporters avoid the question.
I'm not a Hillary
People
supporter.
need
Well, this is how.
That's how ignorant you are, that you assume that everyone here is a Clinton supporter.
Well, who did you vote for?
At the center of your
That's what I thought.
The one thing is,
That's what I thought. I love how they avoid the question. So then be proud. Be proud. You voted for somebody, right? So be proud of who you voted for.
American people to vote for him.
Okay, you know what? Let's. No, you came into our space. We've been standing here all day. You came into our space. I'm not walking away. I'm not walking away. That's not how this works. You came into my space and you want me to walk away? It doesn't work like that, lady.
You know what? You know how many times I've had to retreat from you? Actually.
Listen, we've been standing here since 9 o'clock this morning. We've been here since 9 o'clock this morning. You came into my space. I've been standing here since 9 o'clock this morning. Yes.
You have to answer your fucking questions.
Right? So,
Leave me the fuck alone.
yeah, you see?
Yeah.
I'm not bothering you.
So, give him a shot. Let him try.
I'm standing here just like you're standing here.
Right to be here. You do not tell me to leave. If you want
You just told me to leave. You just told me to leave.
Don't get frustration. No
Double
frustration.
standards.
Come on. Calm down.
You just told me to
You
leave.
need to calm down. Okay, calm down. Please. It's okay. It's okay. She is talking her point of view. You told
This
me
is what
your
happens
point of
when, you know, when you.
Don't get
If you don't agree with what they're
He's
saying, this is what
he's an
happens.
American president. You can't change it. That's a reality.
You
Okay,
absolutely
that's
do.
That's a fact. Yeah,
She
you
has
can't
the right to be
change it.
angry.
That's
But
a
now
reality.
she's
You cannot
telling
vote
you,
it.
she's telling
You
us
don't
to
like it,
leave.
don't
Meanwhile,
vote him.
we're here since 9 o'clock this
After 4 years,
morning.
then vote
You came into
somebody
our space.
Oh, come on. I know that.
Are you the one bitching
Yeah,
about
doesn't make any sense.
Not at all. She is.
No,
She just asked me to leave a space I've been in all day.
After 4 years,
Are you one complaining
how you know
about us being in this?
I'm not complaining about it.
She was. You and her?
Well, I'm with her, so what does that mean? I'm not complaining about it, but I'm not. That's deflecting. I'm not. What you're talking to me. I have nothing to do with her.
Good. So what's your? Do you have a question or something?
The question is, no, it's not even a question. I'm pointing out the fact that I'm standing here since 9 o'clock this morning. She walks up here, I ask her a question she doesn't like, and then tells me to leave.
I'm not going to answer your...
You don't have to answer my question, that's fine, but don't tell me to leave.
I'll answer to you.
everybody is right to be
If
here.
it's okay for you to run around screaming, fuck this, fuck that, when there's children around you.
Yes.
Don't teach
In front of children.
how to vote.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Hold on, I told
So
him
drop
I'm
it
going to be respectable.
and stop asking us questions. If you have another question, but the answer to that one is yes.
Really? Because I was going to ask if you're an idiot. I was going to ask if you're an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you think so. And I
No.
really think that about you.
En réalité, se paie cher.
He touched it! He touched it with his nails!
I feel a lot of passion about the lack of parity, the lack of equality of women across all
it's a myth.
levels. I think the myth is that we have equality, that we have parity.
Absolutely.
I think we still have a long way to go. I think there's been a great strides in terms of women in society, women in organisations. There's been focus on developing women in more senior roles at leadership levels. But we're still a long way to go.
But Belinda says it's because of the choices that women make.
But I think we do have choices, and I think feminism isn't against choice. I think the idea of feminism is that we have the opportunity to choose between what we want to do, whether we want to work, whether we don't want to work, whether we have careers, whether we don't. It's all about choice.
I mean, there are a couple of things there. I don't think feminism is about choice. It's actually put women in a situation where now we're much more compelled to work than we ever were before. We're forced to go out and leave our children in childcare at much earlier ages. And let's look at the facts. If we look at the facts, who lives 5 years longer? Women do. Who constitute the majority of homeless? About 95% of the homeless and rough sleepers. Men do. In all these different areas, who constitutes about 79% of the suicide rate? Who makes up who gets sentenced for longer times? Men do. It's hard. Who gets less funding on healthcare? Men do. It's hard to find one area where women are disadvantaged in relation
to have somebody in the White House with views that are so degrading to women. If somebody like that, and with his views in the White House today, I don't know what hope we have for the rest of women across the world. I think that the danger that we have here is that these men have got platforms with which they can disseminate these views to a much wider audience. I mean, last night we had Piers Morgan who took to his Twitter account and he branded feminists, rabid feminists, for women that were protesting.
But the protests are really inconsistent, because I've not seen any protest against the Saudi government, even though people know that for years women have not been allowed to drive or do anything.
We have so many amazing feminists, so many amazing women who are protesting, and these are obviously women who recognise the fact that women in Saudi and other countries as well, not just in Islamic countries, who are being discriminated against, who don't have the same access to education, to healthcare, to
that's part of the struggle, obviously.
Yeah, it's part of a wider struggle.
Belinda, hi.
I think the important thing is that we're talking about feminism in this country, we're talking about women in this country. We should not be using the terrible situations of women and men in developing countries to boost the feminist campaign. Speaking personally as a woman, I don't feel I have ever experienced disadvantage.
Are you a
by
feminist?
virtue. Are not. No. I'm strongly opposed to feminism, and this idea are things stacked against women. When I look around me, the evidence is pointing to actually things are stacked against men. I mean, if you look at the education system, all the way through, boys are disadvantaged in relation to girls, resulting in 33% more women ending up at university, resulting in the fact that up to the age of 35, women are actually earning slightly more than men. There are all kinds of ways. When I look around,
but women have to do so much better and achieve much more to achieve something to get to the same level.
That is a complete myth. That is a complete myth. The reason why women are not at the same level in politics is because of choices we make. We prioritise our families and our private lives more than men do. We are not talking about inequality.